The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On first down, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Rolling to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And this carries into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. They'll drop this underneath to Gurley, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 26, check 26.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now it's Ryan. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Try to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
On 3rd down, Ryan looking deep for Julio. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Lets this one rip toward Graham. This is intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown.
David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Bears 14, Falcons 7. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
At the 28-yard line.
March 43. March 43. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Flushed out right. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54, right there, 54 mark.
Now Cap, he's going to look to run. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Colin Kaepernick, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Well, that is vintage Colin Kaepernick right there, Charles. What a run.
He's definitely one of the best we've seen in the last decade or so in the NFL, and I would say probably even more than that. When he gets loose, there's almost no way to stop it. And he takes that one all the way to the end zone.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
41-yard line.
Gurley again here on first down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
At the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first down, it's Gurley. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 more yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 2 yards on that play. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about
But
it.
you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Silver. And 58 is a Mike.
2nd down and goal. Ryan eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
For the point after.
So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Chicago.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Defense wins championships, baby. You go tough. You go tough. You go.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, A.J. Terrell. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique
It's coming, and down he goes. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
By Jalen Johnson.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Kaepernick to throw on second down.
He'll drop this one down to Cohen.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. Montgomery looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
4th down.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Play action. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard and then never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago.
And the Bears.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
He was taken down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Option play, and Kaepernick's going to run with it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
25-yard line.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And able to find Graham, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Kaepernick to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
6-yard pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run forward Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this time he is in. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28. Falcons 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and now it's third down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. They've got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.